everybody, this is the holiday show, and today I am reviewing a winter boot that I had for a year, and I am very pleased with this boot. Okay, this is the Baffin Control Max boot, and let me tell you something about this boot here. I had this last year since the winter really hit, and I'm from Canada here, and let me tell you, our winter, luckily, I recommended these Control Max winter boots because let me tell you something, you are not going to get a better boot than a Baffin winter boot. I am serious. I'm not even kidding. These are no joke. And the fact that these are leather as well, it feels like you're walking, okay? The inside of the insole is like walking on a pillow. I'll tell you right now. Now for a year, I'll tell you one thing that I'm very pleased with is these held together very well. And the only thing I've had happen was once or twice I've had a little tiny piece of soft ice get inside the boot. But other than that, it never happened again. Let me tell you though, these boots will keep your feet warm, okay? The only thing that happened is there used to be a Baffin logo here, but that came off. I've worn these outside in the winter so many times, and right here it's kind of worn out, but there's no tears or holes or anything, but it's kind of worn out here from so much use. Up here it's not too bad, but let me tell you, these have not fallen apart. Now there's kind of dents here on the boot, but that's expected, okay? These are still very, very nice boots, okay? Very nice boots. Now, one thing I like about Baffin is, like, I don't know how to explain Baffin. Like, they're just so good. Like, I've had these for a year, gone through the deepest snow I can possibly go through with these things. I've been through storms with these on, you name it. And let me tell you, these have not even came close to falling apart. There's no sign whatsoever. I'm looking right now. No sign at all here of these falling apart. Now, over the years, you probably are gonna have to get spikes on the bottom of your winter boots, because it happens with every boot, okay? You know, there's salt building up on these bad boys here, but I'm telling you, there's not a boot out there that I could recommend more than a Baffin winter boot. I'm serious, and I'll put one on, okay, right now, and I am very, very pleased with the boot. Like, it's so comfy. Like, I'm really just blown away for how comfortable these boots are. I could not recommend a Baffin boot more than anybody else. Like, they're so comfy. And I don't just mean a little comfy. Now, I don't recommend driving with these on. These are, if you're gonna drive, okay, have just cheap, crappy boots if you're just driving. But if you're going somewhere, for an example, out for a walk in the winter and it's freezing out, and you're trying to dress warm, wear these, okay? I have used these a lot of times in the winter last year, and they still are holding together. Like I said, the leather's kind of bent here a little bit, but other than that, everything is awesome about this boot. I wouldn't wear them to work if you're working inside, but if you're outside and you're off work and you like going for walks, I can walk in these, okay? I have no problem walking in these. I'm not picky at all with boots. I can walk in any winter boot that you give me, but these are really good. Now there's another pair like these, and they're actually pretty much the same boot, but they have this thing where you push in and you pull the string out instead of tying them, but those are actually taller than these, and they're $300. But you know what? I like these a lot. And these spikes, these square things here are actually made for, like, if you're going in ice or anything, right, like that, these will dig into the ice to keep you from slipping. And it does work for the most part. But you know, there's some pieces of ice like black ice that you still got to be aware of. But other than that, like, these things are pretty good for grip, just keeping your feet warm. I've been in the winter and I only need to wear one pair of socks with these on, and they're phenomenal. But I know someday if I have to get another pair of boots and these end up falling apart someday, I'll probably get the Snow Monsters. They're not as tall as these, but they're probably about that high up. These are a little taller, but the Snow Monsters are not much shorter. But they say the Snow Monsters are a little more flexible, a little more durable than these, but other than that, I couldn't recommend these more. I still give them a 10 out of 10. I've been in any snow conditions in Canada where I'm from. Every snow condition I have been in last year, and we had a lot of snow last year and a lot of storms last year in Canada where I'm from, and pretty cold temperatures, and these things here absolutely kept my feet warm. Like, I mean very warm. Now these hooks here, you can put like gaiters on them or just spikes in general. I may buy spikes for these, I don't know. I don't really think I need spikes, but I'm telling you guys, like, if you're gonna buy a boot, go on the Baffin website, and they have them on there right now for $250, I think. But if you want a pair of these, get a pair. And now I'll tell you one thing: if you're gonna buy a pair of Baffin winter boots, if you're a size 10, get a size 12. If you're a size 12, get a size 14. Okay, size up twice on your shoe size. Okay, don't get the same size. I done that. I got this boot in a size 11, okay, or a size 12, and then I had to size up, okay, and they're still great. I love them a lot. They're very good. The leather is still in pretty good shape. The leather's not peeling. This side's a little rough. It's been through a lot, but it's not tearing, cracking or anything. Baffin makes the best winter boots in the world, and I'm being dead serious. You will not be disappointed if you go out there and buy yourself a pair of Baffin winter boots. Go on the website right now if you want a pair of these or a pair of Baffin boots, okay? Go out there and buy a pair. And I'll actually send a picture of the other version that's a little bigger than these. And I think they're 300. Here's the picture right now. And I'll also show you the snow monsters right now. But if you want a pair of these ones, go on the Baffin website right now and buy a pair. If you want a pair, order a pair. But like I was saying, if you're a size 10 in shoes, get a size 12. If you're a size 12 in shoes, get a 14. And the reason for that is because there's so much padding in these boots, you're gonna wanna size up, believe me. Believe me, for the best comfort. If you get your same shoe size in your boots, what happens is the boot will be so tight and you'll get blisters on the bottom of your toes here, and your feet will not stay warm. The heat has to move around in the boot, okay? That is the whole point of a Baffin boot and a winter boot. Your heat cannot absorb or move around if your foot is too tight in the boot. It will just make your foot cold, and you don't want that, okay? But there's no falling apart signs at all on these boots, and I've had them for a year now, okay? And I've been loving these a lot. And someday if they end up falling apart, I'm probably gonna fix them a little bit with a certain kind of stuff that my dad uses for sealing stuff. And yeah, other than that, like these, there's not a sign here of these falling apart at all. Like, and like I said, I've worn these last year, and there's no sign of these falling apart. So if you want a pair of these guys, you're not gonna get a better boot out there. There's so many people in Canada that recommend Baffin, and I'm one of them. Like, there's just everything in these boots that you could ask for. And more. Ask for and more. There's so much to like about them. They're durable, they last for a long time. Like anything, if you take care of it, it will last longer, okay? There's salt on them from last year, but that has not affected anything from what I am seeing, so that's a good thing. Now for the winter days where winter's just starting and it's not too cold, I don't wear them yet. When it gets really cold out, like near December, I put them on, because December and January and February is when it's really cold, and you want to be wearing the warmest footwear that you can possibly get. I don't listen to, oh, this is only made for the most extreme winters. Well, Canada has some pretty freaking extreme cold temperature, snowy winters, okay? So I'm telling you, if you want a pair of these, the Baffin Control Max winter boots, I would go buy a pair if I were you, because you will not be disappointed. Like I said, there's other versions of this one, but this is a good boot. I could not recommend. I'm a 13. These are a 13 in these boots, so I couldn't recommend them much more than that. I am very, very pleased with them. I think you'll really like them. And if you want to, you probably could size up 3 sizes in these if you wanted to. 2 or 3 sizes, it's up to you. Whatever you feel comfortable with. If you're a size 10 and you want to size to a 13, go ahead. I don't think it's gonna hurt. I don't think so, because there's so much insulation in these. Your foot is not moving in there, okay? But down here is where you want the room in your boots. Believe me, because the size 11, you don't want your foot way up here. You want it to about back here, okay? I'm telling you, you want a lot of room in your boots. You won't regret it, because when you're walking, even though your foot may get too warm sometimes in these, you'll thank me at the end of the day, because the heat can absorb and escape and your foot will not get cold, okay? And basically, I'll tell you one thing, the inside of the padding is made to fight the cold, actually. There's layers and layers and layers of padding. And one thing I recommend Baffin doing someday is actually adding even more padding in these boots. I wouldn't say it's overdue or overkill, but I think someday Baffin should actually add more padding, even more padding than there already is in the boots, because the more the better. In my opinion, the more padding, the better, believe it or not. So, yeah, Baffin, really like their stuff, recommend them. I couldn't recommend it more than I already do. But yeah, check out the Baffin Control Max on the www.baffin.com website. Go check it out.